McGuirt's Vacations traveled to Egypt on the Queen Cleopatra trip, March of 2026. The trip was put on by Tour Radar and operated in Egypt by Holiday in Egypt tour guides, Aswan and Hassan. Day 1 in Cairo. Day 2, fly from Cairo to Aswan. Day 3 in Aswan. Day 4 in Aswan. Day 5, Aswan and sailing on the Nile overnight. Day 6, on the Nile to Luxor. Day 7, Luxor, and Luxor to Cairo by plane. Day 8, Cairo. We traveled from Dallas to Istanbul, Turkey to Cairo, Egypt. The Great Pyramid of Giza is the largest Egyptian pyramid. It was built in the year 2600 BC. It is 481 feet tall. It was the tallest human-made structure for more than 3,800 years.
Hey, Terry! Tammy! Yeah. Hello! This is so much big. It's big. Oh, it's sand. As I told you, like you take out all the internal organs, you throw it away, but except for 4 organs, they were required exceptions. Intestines, the 2 lungs, the liver, and the stomach. You're gonna see the jars in the museum, actually. I will show it to you later. Right?
Is the liver, the stomach, the 2 lungs, and what?
The intestines.
Intestines.
So the brain also, you throw it out, you put it out from the nose, you take it out, you throw it away. You leave only 1 organ inside, which is the heart. Because the heart actually, this will be put in the afterlife in the weighing scale against the feather of justice in order to know if this person is a good person or not. So in this scale actually, if the heart is heavier, this means that he is a bad person, he's a sinner. That's why a magical animal will eat his heart and he will go to heaven. Sorry, go to heaven. On the other hand, if the feather of justice is heavier, he's a good person. That's why all the mummies, they have to leave the heart inside. But they modify only the 4 other organs because they believe that this will be coming to life and work. Okay, so all of this process happens. So also the temple here is built out of 3 types of stone. Firstly, most of the walls made out of granite. As you can see, this is granite that only comes from Aswan. And for the floor, it makes out of alabaster. Do you know the alabaster stone? Like that looks like the marble, right? In order, like when the sun hits it, it will reflect the sun rays and so on. And all around from outside, we have limestone as well. This is like a wall for protection. Right? This is the point, and this was like the real question. When they make the buildings, they put the blocks together. Did they use any connection material? Till now, it's not true if we use any connection material. For example, if you look behind you, between 2 blocks, those blocks you can separate this between blocks. So we believe it depends on the size. This block might be like 40 tons, 30 tons. So as much as it's big, it will not be good. But this is what we believe so far. Maybe we'll discover something later. Because if even there is a connection material, it will fade away. Because like this is 4,500 meters. Right? So also from here, this is the entrance to the Sphinx. I will tell you about the Sphinx here because inside it's very crowded. The Sphinx actually, this is like a mythological animal, mythological creature. just for the purpose of protection. So when you sit in front of the pyramids, this is to protect the pyramids. When you go to Luxor and Aswan, you will see also some sphinxes in front of the temples. Usually there are two, in the gates of the temple. So this is also to protect the temple. So the sphinx is just taking the body of the lion to get the strength of the lion and the head of the king. The head of the king just also get the smartness of the human being. Because if you make it totally lion, it will be an animal. You will not be knowing who is enemy, who is friend. So that's why they call the head of the king. Even the word sphinx. The word sphinx actually is a Greek word. It's not Egyptian. Because when the Greeks come here, they have the same idea in their mythology. But theirs, they have like the sphinx, they have wings and this stuff. So when they come and see it, they say, oh, sphinx. But actually the ancient Egyptian word for this creature animal is called Seshet Ankh. Ankh means life. Seshet means like image. So the living image of the king. Because the same face of the Sphinx is the same face of King Khafra, the owner of the second pyramid, with the smooth part in top. Right? The Sphinx is made out of one block of stone, and it was carved. And it was naturally here. We didn't bring it from another side. It was naturally here, they just carved it. And then they put a layer of the smooth stone above, just like the same idea of the pyramid. It's 73 meters long, the height is 20 meters. Then get to another debated point about the nose. Right? The debated part, they said like Napoleon, the French occupation, they take it, but so far still, we have many opinions, we don't know for sure what happened to the nose. But when we go to the museum, most of the statues, the majority of them, not all of them, you'll find mostly the nose are broken. So it seems that it happened intentionally, but also we are not quite sure about the reason. I will tell you most of the opinions that were said about this thing when we go to the museum. So just for now, we will go inside, we will take some photos, and then we will leave.
The Great Pyramids in Egypt, you'd have to see it to really understand and believe it. You know, it's not like the pictures. It's beautiful. It's amazing. The scenes are there. You need to go see it once in a lifetime.
You okay, Dad?
Was? Ja, weißt du, ich kann nur drückst mich hier jetzt nicht.
Naja, wir müssen jetzt gehen.
No walls, nothing. Only the floor of the temple is still there. This is all black basalt, right? The rest of the walls and all of that, we believe that it was taken to other buildings, like all the kings who came later. They take from here and they take it to another buildings, like for another pyramids, for another stores, right? From here, this is the place to the eastern side of the pyramid. All the funerary temple, they make it on the eastern side. Because also this is related to the sun. The sun, this was the god for the Egyptians, and the sun rises every day from the east. That's why they make the temple to the east, as if like the king, the prayers will go every day from the eastern side, as if like a sunrise every day. That's why they make it to the east. And then connected to this temple, usually there is like a walkway, and at the end, over here we have the valley temple. When we go now to see the Sphinx, I will show you the valley temple of the second pyramid. So they have to be all in the same axis, all the same way.
To the east.
To the east, because the sun rises from the east. Except like this process is renewed every day, and this will give eternity to the king. That's why everything is made for a purpose. Nothing is made for just nonsense. Everything is made like when they make the entrance to the north, it's because of the star, they make the temples to the east, the sunrise every day. So everything is related usually to nature as well. And that's why also sometimes like all the gods in ancient Egypt, they have like animal shape, and also sometimes they are related to the sun. Even the shape of the pyramid, you know, like this triangle shape. So the first pyramid we said for the step pyramid is like steps like this from big and then smaller and smaller. This one, in the religious belief of the Egyptians, they believe that maybe this would be like stairs to the heaven and the sky. But this triangle shape is related to the sun as well. So now when you have clouds and the sun hits the clouds, you will see the sun rays, all of them penetrating the clouds going down like this, right? So this is because of the sun rays, it also takes the shape of the pyramid like that way. So this is also related to the sun, right? So from here now, we will just go this way to see the entrance. And this one, this building over here, this is actually recent. This was actually like in the 19th century. This is the rest of the king of Egypt. There was a king of Egypt called King Farouk, but this is like 300 years ago. It's not that old. It's like a rest house. And this one is not open now, but the government will renew it to make it also as a visit. This was the rest house for a king. This is not very old, right? So from here, we can take a good photo of the pyramid.
Egyptian Museum in Cairo. We went there primarily to see the King Tut exhibit, so that when we went to the Valley of the Kings to see King Tut's, we'd understand it better. The day is over, but the adventure begins. Come with us for tomorrow. See what happens.